Brothers and sisters, I'm here to tell you that I charge the white man. I charge the white man to be one of the greatest kidnappers on this earth. I charge the white man to be one of the greatest murderers on this earth. There's no place in this world this man can go and say he's going to peace and harmony. Everywhere he's gone, he's going to destruction. Everywhere he's gone, he's going to havoc. Those are one of the greatest words of the greatest civil rights leader of all time, Malcolm X. Today I'll be telling you about 3 points on his life. His personal life, his political life, and the effect he had on the black people during their harsh time. My first point will be his personal life. Malcolm X was born in 1925 to Reverend Lewis and Earl Little. His name was originally Malcolm Little, and then later in his years he would change his name to Malcolm X. X representing the unknown in math equations, and most black slaves back then changed it to Joe X, Luther X, because their name they originally got was their slave master name, so they changed it. Malcolm X was one of 7 siblings, and he was a pimp. He was a drug user, a drug dealer, and he played insane to skip the World War II draft, and then his dad later died. He was lied on the train tracks, and so a train could run over him. His mom got sent to an insane hospital because of the death of her husband and the split up of her 5 kids. And Malcolm X later that year got sent into prison, and there he spent 10 years of his life in prison, and his street name was Red because his hair was red, and that was also his pimp name, Red, and then his drug name was Red, and he was also Red. So Malcolm X was known as Malcolm X, Malcolm Little, or Red on the streets. Now now I'll be talking about his political life. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King had the same idea, freedom for the black slaves, but Malcolm X and Martin Luther King had different ways of actually going by that way. Malcolm X said, any means necessary. The courts, it stands for what it means. Any means necessary. Fighting, buying guns, killing the white people. While Malcolm X and while Martin Luther King was freedom, marching, and then talking. And when Malcolm X was in prison, he changed to a black Muslim. And while he was in there, he came back out. He helped the black slaves to gain rights, and it came to the point where he was getting more and more powerful than the leaders, and his main purpose in the black there was to give speeches. He was one of the most powerful speech giver of all. And he and Martin Luther King was known public speeches, being able to bring the crowd and rile them up and make them feel like they have a sense of belonging, and then they have a sense of our purpose. And this was him meeting Martin Luther King, and also his political life also led to his death, because the black Muslims thought that he was actually getting too powerful, and they needed some way to get rid of him. The way he died was several of his brothers came up and shot him many, many times in the chest. But by the time they got to the hospital, he was already dead. And now I'll be talking about the effect he had on the black people back in civil rights. And then after he quit the black Muslims, he started to kind of go towards what Martin Luther King loved the white people. And then one of his famous quote is, "There cannot be no black and white unity until there is black unity," because the black people were fighting against each other at that time. And also, he believed in black power, power for black people, and then he changed from loving each other, loving every color, or if you're red, green, pink, or whatever. Malcolm believed in love for each other, and then he believed in black love. He believed that the white people and the black people can make peace on this planet. And also believed in working with the white people and loving the white people. As you can tell, Malcolm X was a very inspiring person. He believed in peace, and he believed in peace at one time, war, and this is why Malcolm X was the greatest civil rights leader of all time. Yeah.